What does momentum meets magnitude mean? For us, it's about a moment. Breaking barriers. Seizing an opportunity. It's when everything comes into focus and we can see the solution and the way forward. And suddenly, we realize we've come farther than we'd ever imagined possible.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aiden Shimizu, and I am very excited to be here today to start this special event. I'm the current president of the Queen's Engineering Society, which means that I'm particularly honored I am so honored to represent the student voice in this exciting announcement. The weight of this is not lost on me. In representing the student voice, I know that I'm also representing the voice of a new generation. A generation that will be the first to take steps along a bold new path to the future. I was born in 2001, which puts me firmly in the middle of Generation Z. And if you Google Generation Z, you'll see that we are a pretty interesting group, if I do say so myself. Here's a bit of background. We're the generation after the millennials. And with apologies to anyone in the room born before 1997, I'd like to say that we are new and improved. We are the first generation to grow up with internet all around us. We're the first generation to grow up with portable digital technology. We are ethnically and racially diverse, and we truly value inclusivity. And many say that we are going to be the best educated generation, something that our professors are preparing us for right now, and something that they should be proud of. But being a member of my generation is not all positive. One headline in The Economist described us this way: Generation Z is stressed, depressed, and exam obsessed. It's fun because it rhymes, right? It's a little over the top, but there is some truth to it. We are stressed. Our generation has grown up watching the world burn, literally, with forest fires, extreme heat waves, and severe weather that threatens us all. We've also grown up in a world that seems increasingly unstable. The COVID-19 pandemic took away our social connections, disrupted our education, and pushed us away from people and into the mechanically wired arms of technology. But I'm here today to tell you that in standing witness to all of these things, my generation has been empowered because we care about the future of our world in ways that have been shaped by our experiences. We care about climate change because it has been our reality. It is one of the things that has given us curiosity to find solutions to those complex problems facing our world and all of its inhabitants. We care about the use of technology for social good because we know it's possible. It helped us get through the pandemic, and it has helped fuel our creativity. And we care about how we can help people, how we can have a positive impact on those around us, because we know what it's like to have that human connection suspended. It has given us empathy and the desire to make a difference. And it's probably fair to say that we are exam obsessed. But that's because we want to do it right for all the generations that follow in our footsteps. Because today's announcement is as much about them as it is about us. Calling us Generation Z makes it sound like a bit like we're the end of the line. But I think it's a misnomer. Because the truth is that here at Queen's, we are not the end, but rather the beginning of something extraordinary. We are motivated to face the challenges of the future and to find sustainable solutions. And we are invested as no other generation before us. We see it as our responsibility, as our birthright, and we are ready. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Roshni Rainbow onto the stage to tell you more.
Thanks. Thank you, Aiden. Today's announcement is about a massive change in the way Queen's will approach engineering education. And as faculty members, and particularly as engineers, we can see that this change represents a tremendous opportunity. An opportunity to expand our horizons and broaden our perspectives, an opportunity to develop and implement a new model of engineering education at scale, and an opportunity to create lasting impact that will change lives. These are all important goals, and we as faculty members will be at the heart of this change. New and existing faculty working together with colleagues across other disciplines, colleagues at other institutions, and in other countries will reimagine the future of engineering education. This is an exciting time to be part of Queen's Engineering. Here at Queen's, we recognize that inclusivity is not just a catalyst for innovation and uncovering novel paths to progress, but is also a moral obligation. And today we are committing to a new teaching paradigm that takes a proactive approach to inclusivity and innovation in several ways. First, changes to our programs and educational models will attract students from a broader set of backgrounds and with more diverse perspectives. Second, strategic faculty recruitment and support will provide students access to a purposeful range of pedagogy. And third, the problems we present to our students will be global in nature and challenge the challenging interplay between technology and society. In this way, our faculty will lead a new generation of engineers forward with dedication, imagination, and the tools they need to create a better future. It has been said that scientists study the world as it is, but engineers create a world that has never been. Today, our faculty will take the first steps towards creating a world that has never been. And I can't think of a more worthwhile change than that. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kevin DeLuzio, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Sciences, to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rainbow. Thank you, Aiden. I am excited, and I will let you know I am nervous too. This is a big day for Queen's. It's a big day for us all. This announcement is something momentous. This is about a new era in engineering education. This is about our students, and you saw what a great example of one just a minute ago. And I'm here as dean of one of the top engineering programs in this country. We attract the very best, and for 130 years, our graduates have become leaders making an impact across all segments of society. And I'm here talking about the need to change engineering education. Because the world has changed. The challenges the world is facing right now have been evolving, they're complex, they're rapidly changing. These are what we engineers often call wicked problems. Infinite variables, dynamics that can't be assessed, no obvious solution. Actually, defining the problem itself is a challenge. So think sustainable energy, climate change resilience, secure access to food and water. And as Aiden pointed out so well, this next generation of students are deeply aware of their potential to create impact. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals are their call to action and they want to help solve these problems. We want to prepare them to do just that. Talking about engineering education, globally, there's a recognition that the current approach to engineering education must shift to a much more broader and interdisciplinary approach. The skills that our graduates need include, of course, technical and analytical literacy, but also creative thinking, curiosity, resilience, empathy, leadership. Our students need to have the confidence and the ability to address these complex challenges with deep technical knowledge, but also an awareness of the societal factors. So we're committed here to setting these students up for success, and that means becoming the Canadian leader in the development and implementation of a new model of engineering education. We know that the key is to affect student motivation. Motivated students learn better, as do students who have more autonomy, who have more directed feedback. So we will provide this through a focus on 4 key areas. We begin with a human-centered mindset for framing our problems and solutions. Our curriculum will prioritize ethical considerations, sustainability, and the well-being of individuals and communities. Second, we will hone our approach with competency-based education. This is to ensure our students master the requirements they need to make an impact. Third, we apply and give relevance to both mindset and competency through problem-based learning. These centered on the world's grand challenges, but more importantly, collaborating in multidisciplinary teams to provide innovative solutions. And fourth, we bring the world to our classroom and our students to the world through enhanced experiential learning opportunities. Students will get hands-on experience, internships, industry and community partnerships, enabling them to apply their knowledge and skills in real-world contexts, authentic problems. This new model of engineering education will see our students exploring the understanding and the critical interplay of people and societies with the physical, natural, and built environment. As Dr. Rainbow pointed out so well, broadening the understanding of what engineers do and the impact that they can have across all society will serve to increase the diversity of our community, which leads to better solutions. Engineers need to work across disciplines within, which is also radical, but more radical is outside engineering as well. Our engineering grads, working with others, can change the world. And now, without further ado, I'd like to call on Principal Patrick Dean to share this exciting news that we've been talking about. How was it? Was it happy?
Well, good morning, everyone. It is indeed a most exciting day. I share the thrill that I know we're all feeling. So thank you, Dean Deluzio, for your thought-provoking remarks. And thank you, Aidan, for sharing a Gen Z student perspective on this. I confirm that you are indeed at the beginning of something truly extraordinary. And thanks to Dr. Rainbow for reminding us of the central role that faculty members will play in leading new generations of engineers to solve wicked problems and to have positive impact on the world around them. So this is the moment you've all been waiting for. I assure you it's worth the wait. I will milk it for everything it's worth. But before the announcement, I would like to provide briefly just a bit more context. This is brilliantly done, isn't it? It will help, I think, to understand where we are, for us to fully appreciate where we're going. Queen's is leading the way to a more sustainable future. The Times Higher Education Impact Rankings make that clear. As many of you know, in this year's rankings, Queen's ranked 3rd in the world and 1st in North America in an assessment of more than 1,700 universities addressing critical global challenges and advancing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals within and beyond their local communities. This is the third year in a row that Queen's is placed in the top 10 globally, and that's a very significant milestone. So together, the Queen's community is advancing a new vision, mission, and values that empower us all to have impact and to make a tangible difference in the lives of others, locally, nationally, and globally. Today's announcement is very much aligned with the Queen's strategy as we continue to channel our sense of social responsibility, optimism, and our unwavering belief in a better tomorrow, all as part of a university for the future. Queen's community, our people, are working together to solve the world's most significant and urgent challenges with their intellectual curiosity, their passion to achieve, and commitment to collaborate. And today's announcement is about supporting this work and driving monumental change. This is about all of us, and it will have a far-reaching impact. Our goal is very clear. Queen's will equip the next generations of students with the knowledge, the skills, and the mindset to drive positive change here and around the world. Queen's is committed to being the Canadian leader in the development and implementation of a new model of engineering education that is technically rigorous, multidisciplinary, experientially focused, socially conscious, and creatively inspired. So now I'd like to invite Dean Deluzio, Dr. Rainbow, Aidan, and Mary Wilson-Trider to join me on stage for the moment when momentum truly meets magnitude.
Let's go by you. I don't know where we should be.
It's good. It's good. I can't milk it any longer. Today, thanks to the visionary generosity of alumnus Stephen J.R. Smith, Science 72, Queen's University is announcing a major shift in engineering education that will position our engineering graduates to have a transformative impact on Canada and on the world. Stephen, would you please join me on the stage to make this official? Stephen graduated from Queen's with a Bachelor of Science Honours in Electrical Engineering and went on to receive a Master of Science Economics from the London School of Economics and Political Science. In 2017, he received an honorary degree from Queen's. He is the chairman and CEO of Smith Financial Corporation, which has significant equity investments in a range of financial services businesses. First National Financial Corporation, Canada Guarantee Mortgage Insurance Corporation, Fairstone Bank of Canada, Peloton Capital Management, Equitable Bank, Glass Lewis and Company, and Home Capital Group. It is an unprecedented honor to share with you today that Queen's engineering education will be transformed thanks to an historic $100 million gift from Stephen Smith. How do you deal with something like this? In recognition of Stephen Smith's vision, his commitment, and his extraordinary generosity, there is a new name for the faculty. The Stephen J.R. Smith Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science at Queen's University. Great. Thank you.
Well, after that speech, I wanted to give more, you know?
Well, I'm going to use that.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Great.
This is the largest gift.
Oh, geez, watch. Oh, there's piles here.
I'll wait a bit.
You're going to need to give this a minute or two.
All right. This is the largest gift ever to an engineering faculty in Canada. It is one of the largest to any university in Canada and one of the largest ever to Queen's. And this donation is the second major donation to Queen's by Stephen Smith, who, as many of you know, also provided a $50 million donation in 2015 to the business school at Queen's that now bears his name. Special cheer from the dean over there. And now, please join me in welcoming the person who has made this all possible, Stephen Smith.
Wow. Well, thank you, Principal Dean, for your kind introduction, and Dean DeLuzio, Dr. Rainbow, and Aidan for sharing your thoughts as well. It's really a pretty exciting day. It's very emotional. You know, I want to thank everyone who is here to share this day with my family and me. I particularly want to thank my wife, Diane Blake. You know, without whose support and belief in the power of philanthropy would not have made this gift possible. My family, of course, is also a Queen's family. Two of my children are Queen's alumni, and of course, so am I. I know that I am who I am because of my Queen's experience. I received an education that was second to none from outstanding professors who are academic leaders dedicated to students' success. When I left, I was well prepared for the next steps in my academic and professional life. My fond memories and my sincere gratitude will be with me forever, and both are part of the gift I share today. Now, I came here 55 years ago, the first person in my family to attend university, but education was important to my parents. Both my father, a civil servant, and my mother, a homemaker, could see the value in a Queen's education, even though they never had the benefit of studying here themselves. Queen's reputation as a high-caliber school was known then, of course, just as it is now. Now, at Queen's, I enjoyed the challenge of coding. Back then, it had a more prosaic name, computer programming. And it was something very much key to my later success in business. In fact, I had all my summer jobs coding. But I always had one foot in the business world, starting way back to the days when I had my very own paper routes. You know? And although I studied electrical engineering, I discovered through my elective courses a real passion for economics and economic policy. And there were areas I really wanted to pursue more fully, and I found myself taking more and more courses, electives in economics than were required for my engineering degree. And I finally got to third year, and I thought, you know, I'm going to quit engineering, and I'm going to move over to economics. But my father, he said, you know, I put the brakes on, and he said, no, an engineer will always get a job. And so I continued on and finished in electrical engineering. Now, later, thanks to the guidance of the late Principal Emeritus David Smith, who was the head of the economics department at the time, I would go on to the London School of Economics. I'm indebted to Principal Smith for his confidence that he showed me. I remember I used to have many conversations with him in his office. Now, just as I am indebted to my father, because he was right, of course, as dads usually are. Now, but he wasn't right. He wasn't right because engineers are in more demand or more highly thought of or harder workers than anyone else, although those things are often true too. He was right because engineers are problem solvers. And now, just as my father recognized all those years ago, the world needs more problem solvers. Today, that need is ever more urgent. When elite consulting firms need to solve a problem, they call in somebody who can turn a complex issue on its head and find a solution. The people who can solve something that everyone says cannot be solved, they call an engineer. In simple terms, engineers build bridges. Now, that's an analogy that's well understood, but building a bridge today is not just building a structure that gets us from point A to point B. Today, we want much more complex bridges, bridges that have impact on our society in positive ways, like a bridge to make us carbon neutral, or a bridge to help eradicate hunger, or a bridge that provides greater accessibility. So we need the next generation of engineers who are already the world's great problem solvers to see and think about things in a new, holistic way. So it is my hope that this gift will not only result in an enhanced educational experience for engineering students, but that it will also be transformational in its ability to equip our students with a toolbox that will help them tackle the great problems of our time. And in tackling those problems, I want us to be able to face the future without fear of failure. Now, after my time in London, I returned to Canada and eventually started a house building business. It failed, and I went bankrupt. But some of life's most important lessons are learned the hard way. My next venture went well, and it is one that has occupied my business interests for the last 35 years. Now, this brings me to the present. It is my hope that the future of engineering education begins today, and that Smith Engineering at Queen's will lead this transformation. In 5 or 10 years, when we look back at this gift, I believe we will say that not only is Queen's producing great engineers, but it is a world leader in providing experiential and transformation, cutting-edge engineering education. For faculty and staff, I hope this gift will transform the potential to great impact on a scale that was not previously possible, and dramatically accelerate the evolution of engineering education. For students, I hope your Smith Engineering degree will demonstrate your commitment to drive global change. Believe me when I say that this is your time, and I look forward to watching you make your mark upon it. For alumni and our industry and business partners, I hope this will build on your past support and involvement, and that my gift will also inspire you to give or take your giving to the next level as I have taken mine. And for all those who aspire to build a better future, I hope Smith Engineering is the clear and best choice for you to follow your dreams. Thank you.
This is the worry. This is the time when they worry about, because this is unscripted and I have a tendency to talk on. But I just need to say that you see first-year students with your name on their shirt for the new Smith Engineering. The stage is filled with Queen's Engineering students. I could not be more proud to have your name on our faculty. Yeah. You are a role model and a great Canadian. Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you. Okay, I think we got to give it a good.
Well,
After hearing the Dean speak, you could see why I couldn't resist his entreaties. He has a wonderful vision, and I can see him and the faculty and everyone here going to be implementing that vision. I couldn't be more happy, more delighted.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll call on our board chair.
This is such exciting news, and I know everyone is ready to celebrate, but I'm going to ask for your indulgence for just another couple of minutes. Stephen, you've spoken about the impact our students, staff, and faculty will have in and on the world as a result of a new model of engineering education. But let's talk about your impact. Through this remarkable gift, you will change lives. Not just the lives of members of the Queen's community, who will have access to new and exciting teaching, learning, and research opportunities, but the lives of those around the world who will benefit from the exceptional work that will be done here at Queen's and in collaboration with others around the globe. Thanks to your generosity and commitment, future generations will be better off in ways that we can't imagine today when the world's wicked problems have been tackled. Now that's impact. For that, and for your unwavering support and your belief in Queen's mission, vision, and values, and especially for the remarkable contribution we're celebrating today, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and everyone in this room and in the Queen's community, please accept our sincere gratitude and our promise to drive positive change in your name. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, those who are here in Mitchell Hall and also those who've joined us virtually. I would invite people who are here in person to stay with us to enjoy some refreshments and to continue celebrating this remarkable day. Thank you very much.